Welcome back to our channel, where we dive into the fascinating life and moments of Sheikh Hamdan and his family. I'm thrilled you're joining me today as we delve into the latest updates about Sheikh Hamdan's personal life, his ex-wife HAADIYA ZEN, and his family's recent activities. The New Year celebrations brought joy and cheer to millions around the world, but for HAADIYA ZEN, it was a different story altogether. A shocking incident involving Sheikh Hamdan left her feeling upset and bewildered. What exactly went down? Let's explore the details and uncover the truth. As the clock struck midnight, ushering in a brand new year, Sheikh Hamdan took to social media to share his heartfelt New Year's wishes, but little did he know, his message would spark a flurry of emotions in one person in particular, HAADIYA ZEN. HAADIYA, Sheikh Hamdan's ex-wife, had been a topic of discussion among fans and followers for months. The two had shared a whirlwind romance, but ultimately parted ways. Yet, the lingering emotions between them remained palpable. Sheikh Hamdan's New Year's message was a beautifully crafted expression of hope and gratitude. He wished his loved ones happiness, prosperity, and good health in the coming year. But what caught HAADIYA's attention was the subtle yet unmistakable hint of longing in his words. HAADIYA's eyes scanned the message, her heart racing with every word. She couldn't help but feel a pang of sadness, knowing that Sheikh Hamdan's wishes were no longer meant for her. The realization stung, leaving her feeling wistful and melancholic. As HAADIYA delved deeper into the comments section, she was taken aback by the sheer number of fans and well-wishers who had responded to Sheikh Hamdan's message. The outpouring of love and support was overwhelming, yet HAADIYA couldn't shake off the feeling of being left behind. Sheikh Hamdan's New Year's wish had unwittingly opened up old wounds, forcing HAADIYA to confront the lingering emotions she thought she had long buried. The experience was bittersweet, a poignant reminder of what could have been. Despite the passage of time, HAADIYA's feelings for Sheikh Hamdan remained complex and multifaceted. She had thought she had moved on, but the New Year's message had awakened a deep sense of longing within her. As the night wore on, HAADIYA found herself lost in thought, reminiscing about the good times she and Sheikh Hamdan had shared. The memories came flooding back, a nostalgic reminder of the love they had once shared. Sheikh Hamdan's New Year's wish had been a gentle reminder that life goes on, that people move on, and that love can be fleeting. HAADIYA knew she had to come to terms with this reality, no matter how difficult it seemed. The hours ticked by, and HAADIYA finally began to compose herself. She realized that she couldn't stay stuck in the past, that she had to look toward the future with hope and optimism. With a newfound sense of determination, HAADIYA decided to take the high road. She chose not to respond to Sheikh Hamdan's message, instead opting to focus on her own well-being and happiness. As the first light of dawn crept over the horizon, HAADIYA felt a sense of peace wash over her. She knew that she still had a long way to go, but she was ready to face the challenges ahead with courage and resilience. Sheikh Hamdan's New Year's wish may have unwittingly stirred up old emotions, but it had also given HAADIYA a newfound sense of purpose. She was determined to move on, to find happiness on her own terms. The experience had been a poignant reminder that love and heartache are an inevitable part of life. HAADIYA had faced her emotions head-on, and had emerged stronger and wiser as a result. As the sun rose over the city, HAADIYA felt a sense of hope and renewal. She knew that the year ahead would bring its own set of challenges and opportunities, and she was ready to face them head-on. Sheikh Hamdan's New Year's wish may have been a bittersweet reminder of what could have been, but it had also given HAADIYA the courage to look toward the future with hope and optimism. In the end, HAADIYA emerged from the experience with a newfound sense of strength and resilience. She had faced her emotions, and had come out on top. The new year had brought with it a fresh start, a clean slate, and a chance for HAADIYA to rediscover herself. She was ready to take on the world, armed with nothing but her courage, determination, and an unwavering commitment to her own happiness. As the days turned into weeks, HAADIYA continued to move forward, her heart filled with hope and her spirit renewed. She knew that she would always carry a piece of Sheikh Hamdan with her, but she was determined to forge her own path, one that would lead her to true happiness and fulfillment. In the end, HAADIYA's story became one of courage, resilience, and the unwavering power of the human spirit. She had faced her emotions, and had emerged stronger, wiser, and more radiant than ever before. HAADIYA had been counting down the hours until midnight, her heart racing with anticipation. She was so confident that Sheikh Hamdan would personally wish her a happy new year. Despite their complicated past, she had even gone as far as to prepare a response, crafting a message that was both gracious and subtle. As the clock struck midnight, HAADIYA's eyes were glued to her phone, waiting for the notification that would change everything. She had envisioned the scenario countless times, Sheikh Hamdan's name flashing on her screen, his heartfelt message filling her heart with joy. But as the minutes ticked by, HAADIYA's excitement slowly gave way to disappointment. Sheikh Hamdan's social media post, wishing his followers a happy new year, had been a cruel blow. HAADIYA had felt a pang of sadness, realizing that she was just another face in the crowd, not special enough to warrant a personal message. She had tried to brush off the feeling, telling herself that she was being ridiculous, but the hurt lingered. HAADIYA's confidence had taken a hit, but she was determined not to let it get her down. She reminded herself of all the reasons why she was worthy of love and respect, and why she deserved so much more than a generic social media post. As she drifted off to sleep, HAADIYA felt a sense of resolve wash over her. She would not let Sheikh Hamdan's actions define her self-worth. The experience had been a valuable lesson for HAADIYA, teaching her to temper her expectations and to focus on her own happiness. She realized that she didn't need Sheikh Hamdan's validation to feel special, and that her worth was not tied to his actions. As she looked to the future, HAADIYA felt a sense of hope and renewal, knowing that she was stronger and wiser than she had ever been before. HAADIYA couldn't shake off the feeling that Sheikh Hathani's presence in Sheikh Hamdan's life was a constant reminder of her own lost love. As the New Year's celebrations approached, HAADIYA's anxiety grew. She was afraid that Sheikh Hamdan's relationship with Sheikh Hathani would only continue to blossom, attracting more attention and affection from him. The thought of Sheikh Hamdan showering Sheikh Hathani with love and attention during the New Year's celebrations was almost too much for HAADIYA to bear. She envisioned the two of them exchanging sweet nothings, sharing romantic moments, and building memories together. The pain of watching Sheikh Hamdan move on with his life, seemingly happy and content with Sheikh Hathani, was a bitter pill for HAADIYA to swallow. HAADIYA's fears were compounded by the knowledge that Sheikh Hamdan was a romantic at heart. He loved grand gestures, surprise getaways, and sentimental tokens of affection. HAADIYA worried that he would pull out all the stops to make Sheikh Hathani feel special during the New Year celebrations, leaving her to feel even more forgotten and overlooked. The prospect of being relegated to the sidelines, watching as Sheikh Hamdan and Sheikh Hathani's relationship continue to flourish, was a daunting one for HAADIYA. As the days went by, HAADIYA couldn't shake off the feeling that Sheikh Hamdan had intentionally ignored her during the New Year celebrations. She had convinced herself that his failure to reach out was a deliberate snub, a sign that he had finally moved on from their past. But the truth was far from it. Sheikh Hamdan had never intended to ignore HAADIYA, and his actions had been misinterpreted by her fragile and sensitive heart. In reality, Sheikh Hamdan had been preoccupied with his own thoughts and reflections during the New Year celebrations. He had been thinking about his life, his relationships, and his future, and HAADIYA had been on his mind more than she knew. He had been meaning to reach out to her, to wish her a happy new year and to reconnect, but he had gotten caught up in his own thoughts and had forgotten to send her a message. It was a simple misunderstanding, one that had been blown out of proportion by HAADIYA's own fears and doubts. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. We'll be sure to keep you updated on all the latest news and updates about Sheikh Hamdan and his family. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care, and stay tuned.